1, 2, 3, funky.
All right, welcome to the Funk Basement. Stelvio, DJ Hustle,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
our producer Boomer in the house. We about to bring some love. What's going on, fam?
What's the word? What's the word? What's the word?
Hey, I want to talk about some black quarterbacks, brother. How we doing? You know, are we getting better? Are we doing what we're supposed to do? You know, are we compared to the white quarterbacks? Are we better? Are we worse? What about these new up-and-coming quarterbacks that we got in the league already? What about these new 2020 NFL draft quarterbacks coming into the league? What you think? You know, is it our time? Is it our time, or are we gadget players still?
No. It's our time. I mean, look, what's come down is the athlete is bigger, faster, stronger, and so you know, if you look at the high school level, the athlete is now playing quarterback, right? So they're taking the best athlete on the field and they're putting him at quarterback. And this kid can throw, he can run, he can read coverages and defenses. These kids are playing quarterback position year round. They're playing during the regular season, they're playing in the off season, the 707 tournaments, they're training. So when these guys get to college, they're the real deal. So Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, these are not gadget guys. These are guys that have been quarterbacks since they were young, and now you're seeing it. In the NFL, you can no longer have, you know, and no disrespect to Tom Brady, but you cannot have a guy like Tom Brady that sits in the pocket and cannot get out the pocket. When you have D linemen that are 6'6", 290 pounds that run a 4.40. You know, these D linemen are as fast as running backs. So you have to have guys that can get out of the pocket, they can create, and can still throw the ball. So, no, we're not gadgets anymore. You know, the great quarterbacks of the past, the Randall Cunninghams, you know, the Michael Vicks, they've set the stage. So what we saw on Super Bowl Sunday with Patrick Mahomes, now everybody wants that. Everybody wants that type of quarterback that can create and make things happen.
So you're saying we don't need these in the pocket passers anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Well, what I'm saying, I'm not saying we don't need them. What I'm saying is that those are not the guys that teams are going for. If you look at the draft, right, there were two quarterbacks, especially the one quarterback from the University of Washington. He didn't get drafted until like the fourth or fifth round, and this guy had good numbers. But one of the issues they talked about was he's not mobile. You know, he's a stand in the pocket guy. And again, if you're investing this type of money in a first-round draft pick, you cannot have a guy that if he gets caught in that pocket and gets hit, possibly for injury, where he cannot make something happen. You've got to have a guy that can make something happen with his feet. All you got to do is look at the college ranks, look at the high school ranks. They're already doing it, you know. And so the pros are realizing, especially with Patrick Mahomes leading the Kansas City Chiefs to a Super Bowl, they're realizing that you have to have athletes in every position. And so, yes, I believe that teams are going to keep looking for the athletic quarterback. Look at the ones that were drafted. You got Jordan Love from Utah State. Green Bay picked him up, right? You got Jalen Hurts drafted by Philadelphia. You know, even Carson Wentz, who was drafted a few years ago, and he's not a black quarterback, but at North Dakota State, Carson Wentz was an athlete. He's able to run. He's able to move. He's able to get out of the pocket. So I'm telling you, that is the quarterback the NFL is looking to bring in.
Well, you do know there are different teams. There are different offensive coordinators. There are different offensive styles, different offensive philosophies. You don't think they're offensive you don't think it's based on the offense that they go to? You don't think they're offensive dependent?
What's happening, listen to me, it's based on winning and losing, right? The NFL is now becoming very similar to college, right? So it used to be where college emulated the NFL. Now the NFL is emulating college because what they're realizing is you will lose if you're not able to adapt. So again, just look at the combine. I don't know. Did you watch the combine this year, the NFL combine?
Yeah, I sure did.
Okay, so if you watch the defensive linemen, these guys are as fast as running backs. So how could you possibly have, you know, a 300-pound D lineman that runs a 4.5, 4.6 40, and you got a quarterback that runs a 5 flat 40? The math doesn't go together, right? So if I'm a coach, I gotta have a quarterback that can move. I can't have a quarterback that I'm dependent on my lineman holding this block long enough for him to make something happen. You know, so
okay. Well,
go ahead.
Well, do you agree that it depends on how good your footwork is? I mean, despite you being able to run, despite you being fast, mobile, can get outside the pocket, doesn't it matter whether or not you know how to move within the pocket?
It does, but see,
you need to know you need to know how to move within the pocket. I mean, you can step up from really fast linebackers that's coming around to get you. You can step up, throw a deep pass, step up, throw a curl, step up, throw an outside L. You know, I mean, you can get around being fast. You can get around being mobile. You can be a Tom Brady and still be successful in today's NFL. You don't need to be that way.
There are two things. So two things, and here's my two questions for you. Why is it speed, strength, and athleticism is important in every position in football, but the quarterback position? Why is that? And the quarterback has the ball in his hand 95% of the time.
Why is that?
Why do we not look at quarterbacks as being athletes? We look at everybody else as being an athlete. Everybody else is judged on how much weight can you lift, how fast are you, how high can you jump, except for the quarterback. Why is that?
Probably because they're protected.
It's just racist. That's why it is. It's because it's racist. Because quarterbacks are white. That's what it is. Right? It's the last bastion. It's their last thing to hold on to. Right? The white quarterback. You know, the golden boy. You know what I'm saying? The great white hope. That's what it is. Okay? The bottom line is, in NFL, in athletics, you got to be an athlete. Okay? I don't give a damn. I don't want to hear all that. You got to be able to run, jump, throw. Simple as that. The teams that suck, their quarterbacks suck. And you know that. The teams that are winning, the quarterbacks are winning. Okay? Tom Brady is a great quarterback. But Tom Brady's been surrounded by great teams, great linemen, running back, receivers, okay, to allow him to be able to do what he does. But you and I know the game has changed, okay? The game has changed. The Joe Montanas sitting in the pocket, stepping up, avoiding tackles, that's not how the game is. Because you may avoid the first wave, but then that guy he's done a spin move, and now he's coming back and he's hitting you in the back, right? That's why, if you notice, the offense coordinators are starting to get younger. They're coming from the college ranks, okay? They're running what the colleges are running. So I believe that what we're seeing now, we're seeing what's going to start happening, okay, where athletic quarterbacks are going to be drafted. And then here's the thing. These kids are not just kids that can run. These kids are training. They have trained at these positions. If you ever go and you watch the Nike 707 Combine with the high school, these kids are top level, great footwork, able to make the throws, the outs, the posts, okay? So they're not just fast. They're able to do all the things that an athlete can do. But what happens is, because they're black, the first thing they look at is athlete. When they're white, they're smart. They can read the pocket. They can read the defenses. When they're black, oh, he's an athlete. He can run. And that's crap, okay? Russell Wilson is a hell of an athlete, and he's a hell of a smart quarterback. Would you not agree?
No, I completely agree. But what's crap is all about the athletic quarterback. That's crap. You know why it's crap?
Why?
It's crap because they can run, they can get outside the pocket, they can throw the L's, they can throw the deep post, they can do all that stuff. But accuracy sucks. That's why. So accuracy, they have no accuracy
Who's
whatsoever.
they? Give me a name. Who we talking about?
Non-accuracy over there.
Who?
No
So
accuracy.
Patrick Mahomes not accurate? Lamar Jackson's not accurate?
Lamar Jackson is not accurate.
So nobody caught his passes? What was his quarterback ranking this year? Do you have that in front of you?
No, I don't have it in front of me, and I'm sure it was very high.
Of course you don't have it in front of you.
I'm sure it was very high. I'm sure it was very high, but he is not very accurate. You can look at all his tape. You can look at all his plays. It'll show you that he is not a very accurate quarterback.
He threw
Mahomes
Hold that thought.
Mahomes is extraordinary.
He threw for 3,127 yards, 36 touchdowns versus 6 interceptions. He had 113 quarterback ranking. What are you talking about?
It doesn't matter. All those statistics are faulty. He is not accurate.
Okay, so
it's not accurate.
Okay, so give me some.
If you want to compare him to Mahomes, if you want to compare him to Russell, you can even compare him to Kyle Murray. He is not as accurate as those quarterbacks.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is he?
Okay.
Is he as accurate as those quarterbacks?
Here's what I'll say.
But the point I'm trying to make is the thing that they always point out about the black quarterback is that he's very athletic. He's very athletic. He's fast. He can think on his feet. But the accuracy problem is something that they always throw on our backs because we're not coming through with that every draft.
No, that's
every
because
year.
No, that's because they're racist. That's a racist statement. Because
it's not a racist statement. It's not a racist statement.
You're telling me
they're not very accurate.
Telling me that every white quarterback is accurate?
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay, then what are you talking about?
That. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying every white quarterback is accurate, but I'm just saying that's the fault that they're always throwing on us.
But
we're not accurate.
But that's
once they get into the NFL, they're proving it because not a lot of us are starting. How come a lot of us aren't starting? If we were accurate all the time, we'd be starting all the time.
Derek, okay, I'm sorry. Do you live in Wonderland or something? Or do you not live in reality? Okay, we understand why the black quarterback doesn't start. But here's my question. Why did they go so far in the playoffs? Why did Baltimore go so far in the playoffs?
They had a great running game.
Okay. And so was Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson had nothing to do with Baltimore's success in the playoffs.
No, he had a huge part of them being a success.
Okay.
And the huge part of it, it didn't have anything to do with his passing. It had a lot to do with his running.
Well, of course.
He was basically Cam Newton reinvented.
But you're saying that his throwing didn't help him at all. See, this is what I'm saying.
No. I'm not saying it didn't help him at all. But I'm saying is you asked me what was a big part of Baltimore's success, and I said it was a running game. You saying it was the passing game?
I'm saying that his passing game.
What was the huge part of their success?
Lamar Jackson. He was the huge part. His ability to throw, his ability to run, his ability to throw.
If he didn't have the ability to run, then they wouldn't have been a great team.